Good morning, everyone. It's about 2:30 in the morning, 2:31 to be exact, and I just wanted to do a quick little video because I just finished Mulan, and while I'm there, I tried this new blush with Avon. It is the weirdest thing ever. So let me tell you why. So once you open it, so it has this cute little, brush, forgive me, sponge, right? And it flips open like so, like that. Right? I'm just joking. Tap it this great, like this, and it's a sponge, and the color's on the sponge. And so I kept pushing it and pushing it, like, is the color coming? And so this is kind of like what you see on my cheeks. This gives me a little bit of a rouge color. I don't know, I gotta get into it because I'm used to the powder. So I gotta get into it. The color is red. Right now, it's the only color that's available. I think it's in the next season, which is season 22, 21, that other colors are available. So right now it's just red. And then I got a new lipstick, but it's very hard for me to read the name of the color, so that's kind of really horrible if I'm saying it, but this is the color. This is the new color. My husband's awake. Anyway, so it's quick. I watched Mulan, and first off, Disney did not have it released at midnight. So I was like, what is going on? So I kept refreshing it to see if I can get Mulan to start. It started at 12:30. So I watched it. It's a solid 2 hours. I have to admit that I walked in with a very negative attitude because I hate the fact that we have to watch that Disney is bringing all of the cartoons or the animated movies to life. And I still feel that part of the problem with all of these animated movies is that there was a sense of joy that was taking place, a sense of like you can do a little bit more play because of it. You can be a bit you don't have to deal as much with the racial race is a little complicated, and you can kind of get away from all of that if you decide not to do an animated movie. You can really kind of merge the lines. Nobody really focuses on who the voice actor is as much, which is unfortunate. I mean, there's just a lot of things that you can kind of get away with, and we all know that Disney doesn't have the best history with race. So let's be frank, Mulan came out with a lot of controversy, right? So that's another issue too, is that Mulan has had some problems. We knew that it was going to have some negative responses. Oh, that's better. Some negative responses within China, and because of the China-Hong Kong dispute, and some of the main actress, she got herself involved and entangled and spoke out, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's been a PR fiasco. And so there's been a boycott that was been looming on Mulan anyway. I don't know if the boycott was going to continue, but I'm just saying that it was that was being called for some time. Anywho, so I'm telling you that I already have a negative disposition. I hated Dumbo. I did not like Aladdin. I didn't like the song. I did not like Aladdin. I did not like. I thought Lion King was okay for what it was. It was one of the better ones. I thought Mary Poppins was excellent. I let's see. I hated Lady and the Tramp. I was just like, Lady and the Tramp actually tried to be progressive racially, and I was like, this is not, no. Interracial marriage, no. And what else? What else? What else? What else? I must say that this is, oh, and the Jungle Book and Tarzan. The Jungle Book was not terrible. So it wasn't on my list of terrible. Terrible was Dumbo. Anyway, Mulan. He knows I'm typing, but he decides to do this anyway. Anyway, Mulan was wonderful. I am stunned at how good Mulan was. Like, literally. There are no jokes. So, if you're looking for a whimsical story, you're not going to get it. It is a down, serious movie. If you're looking for a lot of violence, you're not going to get a lot of violence, but you are going to get a lot of skill. And so that, I think, is really, really cool. And I appreciate that. I think that she did a wonderful job. There are some flaws, little flaws, like, I think there are little flaws, but I wasn't really, like, I didn't think that the love interest or the guy was really all that strong of a character, but that's okay. Like, it didn't really matter, and I think it's even better that you do not get that. Well, let's put it another way. I don't want to tell you the whole thing, but I'm gonna say that they took this very much so like Lion King, and I said this about Lion King. Lion King, the movie, the animated movie, Lion King, the play, and Lion King, the live action. All three are telling the same story from three different perspectives in the medium that they're being created. So if you watch all three, yes, you're getting the same story, but you're getting it told in three different ways that complement each other. So that's why it's not as terrible to watch versus Aladdin and Dumbo and Lady and the Tramp. But Mulan is doing almost the same thing, which I think is really, really cool, because it made an attempt not to be exactly, not a replica of the live action of the animated movie. It really was like, we're going to do our own thing. We're going to tell this story. This is my version of the story. And so it gave a really nice compliment to the animated movie, to where you knew that the tone was going to be different. You also knew why she was a little bit more skillful as a military person, versus in the animated movie, it doesn't get into why you get that level, why she has that level of skill, why she can kind of adapt to this a little bit more, why she even considers that she could do it, and just instead of being an honorable young woman and honoring her father or trying to save her father's life, like, you don't. That's kind of how the animated movie is, but for the real life movie, it's a little different. The spin is a bit different, and so I appreciate it. And I must say that this is one of their better live action movies that they've done. They took great care. It's at the same quality as Lion King when it comes to the money and the budget that was spent. Clearly, they gave a lot of care. They tried to honor and respect the culture. And for that, thank you. I appreciate that. Because Disney makes me nervous. Disney makes me nervous every time they do these live actions. It's like, what are you about to do? And it's like, hold on, I'm not sure if this is gonna work out or not. And for honest, most of them don't work out. So I commend Disney for this one. I think it's great. I think it's lovely. It has a great message. There are absolutely no songs, and I mean, if you were looking for it, and I have to admit that I actually kind of was looking for the song "To Make a Man Out of You," and that kind of I was looking forward to being able to kind of sing that along. Not happening. So that's kind of it has a very serious tone. I know one of my on Nerdorama, he's like, can we just increase this up to like a PG-13 at least? Because he wants a rated R, and I was like, I don't even know where to go with that. Every time he says it, I'm just like, huh. But I don't see how you could even, I don't see the PG-13 aspect of this. I do still see it because there's no real blood or guts or gore. And honestly, I don't need to see it because I think that it has this really skillful message. It's a really skillful movie. You get to see her level of skillfulness. They touch upon certain aspects of Chinese culture. They don't get heavy into it. It's a 2-hour movie. I'm just letting you know, like, I'm not sure if we need to get that heavy into, but it's always good to respect the culture and to kind of give you, but it gives you enough to where you are interested in knowing more, right? And so I think that that's a positive aspect. If you want to know more, if you want to dig more, of course I have some questions about, women's placement, and I'm just like, well, did women eventually fight in the army? Do they fight in the army now? It's different things like that. And I thought it was a really great ending. Look, I'm kind of tired. And in the morning when I get up, take a nap, I guess, because I got to get up and go back to work at 8 o'clock. So when I do get up, I do have a few more reviews on some more products, which is great. But then I also did not talk to you about Avon. I gotta touch upon Avon, Disney's other quote-unquote blockbuster movie. I'm not even gonna spoil this review by touching upon that. That needs to be a whole nother video where I just kind of, which is the reason why I didn't review it yet. But I will later on today with my little coffee and other stuff. Anywho, get into Mulan later on today, and I will talk to you soon.